Hey y'all, welcome back. Today, I'm making Millionaire shortbread. Let's watch some videos of me making it. What am I doing here? I'm measuring something. I got the scale out. I got a glass of flour. We're doing the flour. Was it 300 grams of flour? Or 100 grams of flour? There's flour in this, y'all. I think it's mostly flour. It's shortbread. First, you gotta make the shortbread. There's 3 layers in this. Y'all, Mary Berry has a recipe for this.
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't find a video of her making it. So I looked at some other videos just to make sure I was doing it right. So I took Mary Berry's recipe, but I also switched it up because I don't have everything that she has, and I'm not gonna buy everything that she requires. Sorry, Mary. Sue me.
Asshole.
We're getting close to 300 grams here. I think it's 300 grams. There. Oh, fire. Oh, wait. Maybe it's a little more than 300 grams. What are we going for here? Oh, I think it was 303 grams. I think that's what it was. For some strange reason. Now what are we doing? Sugar, maybe? There's sugar in this. Sugar. 100 grams of sugar? How much sugar was in this, y'all? I don't remember. Now, Mary uses castor sugar. She's all about that castor sugar.
Uh-huh.
Castor sugar's expensive. I'm using regular granulated sugar. I hope it's alright, Mary. Sue me.
Asshole.
Don't sue me. Please don't sue me. I don't think she'll sue me. She's not an American. We love suing each other over here. I don't know if you knew that. 100 grams. Perfect. Now I think I'm weighing the butter. I don't remember how much butter is supposed to be. I think like 226 or something. But I was fine with this much. I actually feel like the more butter, the better. You know? I'm sure there's some chemistry thing going on with the butter, but I think more butter is good. I'm from the Southeast United States, y'all. We love that. Oh, what was that? Oh, I guess that's a video of me showing how I put the cloth down, I guess. It's this. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, y'all. So you're supposed I was gonna cream the butter and sugar in this bowl, but for some reason I started sifting flour into it. I don't know. I don't know why. I just wanted to do it. Mary doesn't even say to sift the flour, but I just wanted to do it. Right then and there for some reason. What am I doing? At some point I realize I messed up. Let's see if we can tell. Oh, I picked up the butter. I think this is the moment I realize, oh, that's not sugar, that's flour. Yep, and then I stopped the camera. So I pushed the flour out of the way, and I found another bowl. Thank God I have another bowl, y'all. I'm the kind of guy who wouldn't have another bowl, but I had another bowl. Beautiful tone. I saw in one video, I think maybe Cupcake Gemma, she made Millionaire shortbread, and I watched her video, and I think it was her, it may not have been her, but she said, or someone said, that they want to cream the butter and sugar together, but not as much as you normally would, because you want the shortbread to be kind of stiff. You don't want that much air in it. You don't want it to be all poofy like you would a normal cake. So if this was a normal cake, I would have gone for longer. There's no easy way to do this. I guess a hand mixer. Y'all, I want to get a hand mixer. When I was making the Victoria sponge, if you've not seen that, check that out. When I was making the Victoria sponge, I realized there's no reason to not have a hand mixer. Like, just pride, my ego, was keeping me from using a hand mixer. But I need to get a hand mixer. But I haven't gotten one yet because I realized I got some shopping to do. There are some cheap ones out there, like $30, relatively cheap, but they also suck. And I don't want to buy something that sucks, that I end up just having to replace in a couple of years, you know? I want a marriage with my hand mixer. I want a hand mixer that will last for a lifetime. So I'm holding out for one of those $150 hand mixers. It's quiet, it's powerful, it's easy to clean, it comes with attachments. I'm holding out, I'm saving up for a lifetime. I'm playing the long game with my hand mixer, y'all. So it might be a while before I get one. How's this going? A lot of y'all told me to use the back of a wooden spoon. So there it is. That's what I'm doing. This is one of those things that is so weird in baking that I found it seems like it's not doing anything for a long time, and then suddenly it all comes together and it's done. You know? It's weird. There's some phrase some of y'all are using. Something handed. I don't remember what you're saying, but about how I am with kitchen tools. Hey, I think this is going well. Get it all packed in there. See? Now suddenly, it looks like frosting, right? It looks creamy. See, this is where I got my technique down. Oh, and then I stopped. I didn't want to overcream it. Oh, no, I think I was just resting my hand. Y'all, my hands, oh God, this mixing. I see why Mary uses a hand mixer. She's 90 years old. She's not gonna cream this stuff by herself with her little old hands. Have you seen her hands in her videos? I think I gave up. Yep. Okay. Yep. I gave up. What's next? Oh. Now I'm mixing the flour with it, I guess. What am I doing? Oh. Salt. Putting salt in it. Right. Get that salt in there. I wonder if I should have used more salt. Or if I should have used salted butter, I used unsalted butter. Oh, and vanilla. See, Mary didn't put vanilla extract in hers, but I saw 3 or 4 other videos where they put vanilla in there. So I decided to add vanilla. You know what I mean? Like, Mary's great, but I like vanilla.
How dare you?
Now I'm combining, yes. You know, come to think of it, it probably would have worked out better if I creamed the butter and sugar in that bowl like I originally intended and then sifted the flour into it, because there would be less butter and sugar left on that glass bowl. It would all be in there in the recipe. So I learned. It's a learning moment. I wonder about that a lot with all this bacon. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I know this is basically like chemistry. Someone said in the comments that cooking is art, baking is science, right? So whenever you have a little bit of stuff left in the bowl, vestiges or whatever, like what? How does that affect the recipe, you know? And you see in all these cooking videos where they have everything measured out, everything's in its own container, and then they're pouring it all together, but there's stuff left in that bowl. How does that affect it? Right. Mary would have used a hand mixer for this too.
Uh-huh.
That's another thing. When you use a hand mixer, the flour starts puffing out. There's a cloud of flour around. That's flour not getting into the recipe. How does that affect it? Right? Am I overthinking this? I don't think I am. That's a move I learned from watching Cupcake Gemma. She scrapes the spoon on the edge of the bowl and then gets the rest of it in there. Y'all check out Cupcake Gemma if you've not. She makes cupcakes. I think she has a bakery in London. Maybe a couple of them. I forget what it's called. Something in Dollies? Cakes and Dollies? I don't remember. Sorry, Cupcake Gemma. I'm not gonna look it up. What are we doing here? Oh yeah. So, I was watching, what's her name? Claire Saffitz. She made Millionaire Shortbread. And she gets in there with her hands. She says there's all these little clumps of butter that need to be broken up. And if they're not broken up, then the butter's gonna melt and there's gonna be little voids in the shortbread, and you don't want that. So, I think in just a second here, I'm gonna start crumbling it up with my hands. All those big balls you see in there are... what was that for? That wasn't the video I thought it was. Like, when you watch a video, they don't get this obsessive about cleaning off the utensils, you know? They just like, there you go, and that's it, and then you know. But what happens to all that stuff? Those little bits. Okay, now I get in there. Y'all, this part was fun. This took me back to my Play-Doh days. See, that's a big clump of butter. You gotta break it up. I've never made pie crust, but I think this is a lot like pie crust. I've seen people make it, and I've seen them do this. Also biscuits, not cookies, or excuse me, American biscuits. I think they do it like that. See, look at that clump of butter there. You gotta break it up. This was probably the most fun part of the whole thing. Break it all up. I don't wear jewelry, but I see some of these women on these cooking shows and they don't take their rings off. Is that okay? I guess it's alright. If they wash their hands, they're washing their rings, right? I guess. Just seems kind of strange. The fact that I have my watch on made me think of that. But my watch isn't in the battery, y'all. Or dough, excuse me. I don't know. I realized after doing all this, well, in this part I'm looking for all the big balls of butter that are left. And I later realized, I think we've seen enough of this, right? Yeah, okay. I realized later I could shake the bowl and all the big balls would rise to the top, like in real life. See? Look at that. If you shake it, all the tiny crumbs go to the bottom, the big balls float to the top. It's a metaphor for capitalism. And then you break up the big ball. You bust their balls. You bust them up. Get them back down there. Antitrust laws. Yeah. What am I doing here? What's next? What's next here? Oh, I'm greasing the pan. Yo, I got a cake pan. I got a non-stick tin. It was not that expensive. It's actually pretty nice. I greased it, and then I put some parchment paper on it. And I tried this trick to cut the parchment paper to make it fit perfectly, but it didn't work. Yo, I'd be a horrible origami artist. Horrible. So I saw in some videos that the parchment paper isn't to keep the shortbread from sticking. It's really just to make it easy to lift it out of the pan, because it's not going to stick. But you do want the edges to be clean so that the paper doesn't like shape the thing, like I've noticed in some other videos I've done where it leaves like a dent in the cake or something. So I saw this video by, who was it? Emma? Cooking with Emma? Something like that? And she folds the paper a couple times and then cuts a quarter out of it. And y'all, it didn't work. I didn't do it right. This is supposed to make those cuts in the corners perfect where you just... It didn't work for me. Here, so I've cut the paper. There it is. See how it's like... So then I can just lift it up. So now we're putting the dough in the pan. This part was pretty fun too, y'all. Spread it out. Just want to get it all even on the bottom. Seems pretty simple, right? It looks easier than it was, honestly, because there were some bumps. I've got my Raid Ant and Roach spray. I didn't realize that was there. I found a roach the other day, so I had it handy. Because, y'all, sometimes you'll see a roach, and you reach under the sink to get the roach spray, and the roach is gone by then. The roach has escaped. So I kept it out on the counter, because the night before, I found a roach. But don't worry, I don't think I sprayed any Raid in the shortbread. I don't think I did. If a roach crawled across the shortbread, I may have sprayed some in there, but I don't remember that happening. Okay, I'll get the idea, right? Oh, and then I tried using a pint glass to like make it flat, but that just left circles in it and it started sticking and coming out. So I abandoned that idea. I moved the Raid out of the way. All right. You'll get the idea, right? I don't need to play that whole video. Oh, right. Then you gotta poke holes in it, y'all. This is a lot like making a pie crust. I've not made a pie crust, but I have baked a pie crust, like a pre-made pie crust. And you gotta poke these holes in it so that steam can evaporate. So if you don't poke holes in it, you'll get bubbles. And you don't want that. You want it to stay flat. So you can see I was very deliberate at first, and then I got lazy and I just started stabbing wherever. But come to think of it, you do always see shortbread and it has those little holes in it. And I always thought that was decorative, but it's not. It's functional. Ah, yes. I cleaned my oven door, but not the side of my oven, as you can see. But this is me putting it in a 350 degrees Fahrenheit oven. Way to go. And then I think you bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. I think I checked it at 20? No, I took it out at 25. I checked it at 20. I didn't film that because I just looked at it. Most boring video ever. Got my cooling rack out. There it is, y'all. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think it looks great. I wanted to eat it right then, y'all. I wanted to eat it. But it's doing the thing where it's separating from the edges, like Mary said.
Asshole.
And it's a little bit brown, like Mary said.
Asshole.
This is a close-up. An upside-down close-up so you could see. Doesn't that look good, y'all? I wanted to eat it right then. I wanted a big bite of it right then. And I think this is a video of me weighing the butter. Oh, so now we gotta make toffee. So, y'all, this actually turned out to be pretty easy. I mean, I haven't tasted it yet, so I might have totally ruined it. But most of the time it took to make this was waiting for stuff to cool. Just waiting. So that shortbread, you leave it out on the counter for 20 minutes, let it cool down to room temperature, and then put it in the refrigerator. Oh yeah, I think this took, well, I don't remember the amount, but it wasn't a straight up one stick of butter kind of thing. Maybe, I think it was 175 grams or something like that. I'm so glad I got this scale, y'all. Thanks for recommending that. It's so much easier than measuring it and converting it to cups and teaspoons and all that. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to weigh stuff. Use a scale. Okay, I think it was 170 grams I was going for, but I was happy with 171. Again, worst cocaine dealer ever, I would be. Okay, what are we doing now? All right. You gotta melt the butter, and you add sweetened condensed milk, a whole can. I think that's what we're listening to me do. I think I'm opening the can as the butter is melting. Yep, I am. I was not paying attention to the butter, so I didn't realize it was melting so much. That got me a little worried. Yep, opening the can while the butter melts. Oh, there we go. Okay. Y'all, this sweetened condensed milk. I got some on my finger. I licked the knife. And it's just such a familiar flavor. So comforting. I could probably just eat that can with a spoon and be happy, you know? Okay, that's enough of that. I didn't think this video was going to go so long. It is Wednesday, July 15th. It's 12:02 my time. The England-Argentina game just started. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, adding some muscovado sugar that I have left over from making sticky toffee pudding. In Mary's recipe, she used golden syrup. Well, y'all, I don't have any golden syrup left, but I got a whole thing of black treacle.
How dare you?
So I thought I'll just use black treacle instead of golden syrup. Similar thing, just darker. So technically, maybe this is my own recipe for toffee. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a trailblazer, but I am saying in all of the videos I watched and all the recipes I looked at, no one else used black treacle in their toffee. So maybe this is officially the JJLA toffee recipe. I don't know. Let's watch me struggle with the black toffee. Or black treacle, sorry. I'm pretty impatient with this stuff. I just want it to be done, so I gotta stick my finger in it. That's what she said. Watch the monkey go, y'all. Y'all, my dog Gregory is sleeping right next to me. I gotta take a photo. Oh, he just woke up. I was gonna grab my phone and take a photo, but when I grabbed my phone, he woke up. That dog will sleep through a garbage truck beeping and dumping over a dumpster. But if I move my knee, he wakes up. Vanilla extract. Yes. What else I had in there? Salt. Okay, we got some salt going in. Stir it. Okay, y'all. So here's... I learned a trick with this. First, you gotta put the heat on low to get it all melty, everything combined. Let the sugar dissolve. Let the butter melt. Get it going. Homogenize it. But then you crank the heat up to like cook it. And you gotta get it up to 236 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. You're supposed to use a candy thermometer, which I don't have, so I used one of my laser pointer thermometer things. Or you can cook it until it gets brown. But y'all, because I used the black treacle instead of golden syrup, it's already brown. I already got the color. So. Okay, enough of that. Now look, it's all combined. Yeah. And you gotta keep stirring it because it will burn, apparently. It burns really easy. Where are we at? 109 Fahrenheit. Okay, we got a ways to go. Cupcake Gemma said it takes about 20 minutes. So y'all, then it started boiling. That's a good sign. You want bubbles. 180 something. Doing good. Next. See, it's starting to get kind of like, the consistency's changing. Kind of like, almost like it's separating a little bit, you know? 213 we're at. Great sound. Now it's really baking. We're at 220. On the surface, so you know down inside there, it's probably close. See, when it started doing this, see how it looks different? That started making me think I was probably burning it. Here's where I think I stopped it. See how it looks different? See how it's like coming off the side like that? Yeah, so I took it off the heat. Did I put it back on the heat? I think I did put it back on. I got it to 230. Yeah. I thought that's gotta be it. That's gotta be enough. So here's my shortbread. Nice and cool. Just pour that toffee over it, y'all. Yeah. Something Claire Saffett said is to not scrape the toffee off the bottom of the pan, because if any of it has burned, that's the stuff that has burned. So just leave the vestiges on the bottom of the pan. You don't need it. I got an offset spatula, y'all. Look at that. After doing this, I think I needed it to be even more offset. Or I needed to be smaller, because, like, to get my hand in the pan. See right there? I burned my hand. I burned my freaking hand on the side of the pan. Or no. On the side of the pan. On the toffee. Like, burned my finger right here. But it's hard to get my hand in there to like, spread it out all the way. Try to get it nice and even. Oh, I'm eating it. Y'all. Mm-hmm. That's good stuff, y'all. Delicious. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, so you gotta let that shortbread with the toffee on it cool down for like 20 minutes to get to room temperature, and then you put it in the fridge. So that's what I did. I think you just need 300 grams of chocolate, but I got 346, y'all. Yeah, and Cupcake Gemma showed me how to temper the chocolate. I guess chocolate's really crazy, and if you don't temper it, then when it sets, there'll be like that white, powdery layer on it. We don't need to watch me measure chocolate, do we? You take 2/3 of the chocolate you're gonna use, and you melt that, and then, over a double boiler, so you put water in a pot, and then you put a metal bowl over that, make sure the water's not touching that pot, and then you stir the chocolate and it melts. So I'm measuring chocolate. I don't know. I've never used a double boiler before. This is my first time. But I guess this is because you want the chocolate to warm up, but you don't want to cook it, right? So I took 2/3 of the chocolate that I had, and I melt that, and then once that's all melted, you put that into another bowl for it to cool, and you add the rest of your chocolate into that, and you stir that up. I don't know why that works. I don't know the chemistry behind it, but I guess that's what you do. And y'all, spoiler alert, it worked. There's no white powdery stuff on top of my bars. They're cooling right now. Y'all, this smelled so good. And it made a delicious mess. Delicious mess. I like that spoon. Oh, and I got JJLA chocolate. I made sure it doesn't have that acid in it that American chocolate has, like Hershey's. We put that vomit acid in it. I don't want vomit in my Millionaire shortbread. Oh, yeah. So I restarted the camera when I got close. Pretty close. A few more lumps in there. Yeah. This is my leftover chocolate. I had in that bowl. And then I poured my melted chocolate over it. Yo, it's so good. Oh. I love the sound of the spoon touching the bowl with chocolate in there too. This is hard to do, y'all. My arms were aching after this, like shoulder, like you gotta hold the bowl And it's sticky. I should put the cloth under the bowl. Do I do that eventually? I don't think I do. Let's fast forward to that. See, it all melts eventually. I was afraid it wasn't gonna all melt. But it melted. Oh, here we go. Then you pour the chocolate on the toffee. Look at that. Chris, and I dropped the bowl into the chocolate, of course, so there's a big glob of chocolate on the bottom of the bowl. I think I did that when I was making Victoria sponge. Yeah. Yes. Let me check the game. What? Y'all, I feel like I already know what this is going to taste like because I tasted the toffee, I tasted the chocolate. Yo, I licked it all off my finger. Oh, it was so good. I feel like I already know what this is going to be like. I've had shortbread. I think I needed a smaller offset spatula. Because, like, see how I'm struggling to get down in there? Past the rim? To the edge. Yeah. There's so much junk on my counter. I don't like the sound of parchment paper being folded and stuff. I don't like that sound. I don't like it. How's that, y'all? Not bad, huh? Oh, yo, I licked that spatula off. That was so good. I think I also sprinkled some salt on top of it. Is that what this next video is? Yeah, sprinkle a little flaky salt on the top. Just a little bit. I kind of wish I sprinkled nuts on it. Or pretzels. Like salty pretzels, chopped up pretzels. I think that would have been good. Look at that. Oh yeah. Out of focus. can this be bad, y'all? Well, I waited 20 minutes to let that get to room temperature, then I put it in the fridge for an hour. And here's what we got. Look, no white powder on top, y'all. That means I tempered it correctly. I'm washing something? Oh, I washed that spatula off, I guess. Yeah. Unstick it from the edges. Claire Saffett said to do this, and I think she was right. There it is, y'all. Unsticking it from the paper. It wasn't really stuck, though. Yeah. I decided to... Oh, yeah. I cut the edges off just to make it, like, exact, you know? Just to clean the edges up, make it a little nicer. Then I got a tape measure, and I decided to cut them in 1-inch bits. See, I'm making little marks, scoring it. I want to eat it, so I'm fast forwarding this. Oh, well, this is actually kind of satisfying. Let's watch this. That's the sound of a gate closing. Oh, jump. Oh, and I ran the knife under hot water for a little bit to get it warm. So that made cutting through the chocolate a little easier. Oh. I love that sound. It looks like a mess. The shortbread is very crumbly. So then I decided to chop it up that way. Hot water on the knife. I love that sound. Hear the chocolate snapping? Look at these layers. So yeah, you can tell the toffee is a little darker than it normally would be because I use that black treacle. I think the shortbread should be a little thicker than I had it, but you know, whatever. Y'all, it's time to eat. Here it is. We got 4 pieces here. How's that look? Hang on. How's that? See that? All right, y'all. Millionaire shortbread. It's delicious. It tastes like a Twix bar. I think I detect the black treacle, but maybe not. That might be in my head. I taste the black treacle. I kind of wish there was more shortbread. The way it is now with that much toffee and chocolate, this is basically candy. It's a candy bar. And I expected it to be more of like a baked like cookie or biscuit thing. I wish it was a little butterier. I wish the shortbread wasn't as crumbly. Chopped nuts would be nice. Or pretzels on the top. I wish the chocolate wasn't so thick, like put a lot of chocolate on there. It doesn't need that much chocolate. It's still good, y'all. I'm gonna get some walnuts. I'll be right back. So I know this isn't the same as baking it with walnuts, or putting the walnuts in the chocolate. But okay. Millionaire shortbread with walnut. That's nice. The walnut gives it another layer of texture, and it offsets the sweetness a little bit. It's very good. Put walnuts on your millionaire shortbread, y'all. It was my first time having millionaire shortbread. I've never heard of it, I don't think. Maybe in one of those videos. But, wow. It's like candy, y'all. It's candy with shortbread in it, you know? Now this is with walnuts. This is, Walnuts are the move. Walnuts are the move. Gregory found a piece of plastic. It's Gregory, y'all. Well, I'd like to thank my patrons. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee folks. Thank y'all for watching this with me, and I'll see y'all next time.